In the words of Albert Einstein, those who have the privilege to know have the duty to act. For this reason, the International Climate Change Development Initiative, supported by the United States Mission Alumni Engagement Innovation Fund, has been able to empower, equip, and train over 600 young Nigerians across some southwestern states. The focus was on climate change and provided the youngsters with sufficient information to make good decisions in line with climate action.
Well, we think climate change is one of the fundamental issues in the world today, and it's an issue that affects every part of the globe, every continent on the globe, and every country in the world. And Nigeria and the U.S. in particular are very much impacted because we have lots of water and coastline, and we have to be very careful about how we manage that. And so we want to work with Nigeria as a partner in terms of combating climate change. Obviously, when we do these kind of programs and these kind of workshops, and we reach 600 people with workshops throughout about 5-6 states in southern Nigeria, we try to raise consciousness, elevate their attitudes and their mindset on taking positive action. But also it involves transferring skills and knowledge about the problem and what you can do about it.
Considering the fact that what we did here today is like a seed, it's going to germinate real quick, because whether we believe it or not, climate change is upon us already, which is why planting this seed in these young people is very timely. And it's a seed that will germinate in no time, because 10 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years to this time, these young people are not going to be this young again. And they will have taken charge and make the necessary adjustments. If you follow our caliber and trend of facilitators, you will know that we made sure we cover all ground, so that even if you're a novice, that you know nothing about climate change, the first session you attend in this workshop, you will understand a lot about climate change. And we're also blessed to have participants who already know one or two things about climate change, and we're able to broaden their horizon so that they know more and they are clear about what climate change is all about. So I can say they are more informed, they are better informed, better equipped, and better ready for to make proper climate change effect.
Personally, I felt so good because this like a dream. For past couple of years, I've been into the climate advocacy space, and God helping, some years back I was able to be part of a program called International Visitor Leadership Program, which I traveled to the US on an exchange program where my track was to look at the relationship between Nigeria and the United States when it comes to environment and sustainable and biodiversity. And 2-3 years after, I was able to get this opportunity to receive the fund from the Alumni Engagement Fund. And this fund was basically for climate-related issues. And then I started with putting together some set of friends, alumni, that we can both make this work. And the concept of the Climate Solution Leadership Program was to actually build youth response on climate change in some southwest states in Nigeria.
Waste management culture. That is to say, we do not know where to dispose our waste. So the problem and the solution to that is to actually have a waste management culture for ourselves.
after successfully outcome in the 6 states, we've been able to see that this is a way forward for us as young people to respond to climate change. And the next plan we are working on is to make sure that all this outcome is being distributed to different agencies in those states. And one of the success stories is this. In a couple of states, at least 3 states, we've been able to get the attention of the governor concerning this project. And in a couple of weeks or couple of months, we're going to be presenting the outcome of our resolution and our solution concerning this problem we've identified in these states to the governor, so that he can also be able to use it for the implementation of their environmental programs and climate action. And the point here is to see that Nigeria as a country meet our target of our net zero by 2060, and to also see how we can continue to implement the nationally determined contribution of the Nigerian government towards the Paris Agreement. With all this, we'll be able to say that we are not left behind, we are also part of this, and we want to do more by also making use of all these young people to go straight to their local community and step down this program of understanding of the opportunity they've been able to gain from this climate solution leadership training.
Hi, I am Gift Kingsley, and I'm very happy to have been part of this wonderful program in the Federal University of Agriculture at Abeokuta. Well, I must say the program has been enlightening, it has been educative, and it's sure well going to help a lot of youths if they are always ready to attend such programs like this. I have learned and I have benefited a lot from it. It is also an avenue for students, if they would be interested to attend, on how to help themselves and how to help their environment and how to grow. So I want to say a big thank you to the organizers, to the sponsors for making it possible for us as young individuals to be present today. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hi, my name is Tangod Ochai, and I'm a participant of the Climate Solution Leadership Training here in Ekiti State. So for me, the training was really educative, it was insightful, and I really learned a lot. Because in the training, we got to learn more about the problem and the solution of climate change here in Ekiti State. And the training actually built my capacity on advocacy on climate change. So I want to sincerely send my appreciation to our trainer, Mr. Olumide Idowu, and also the International Climate Change Development Initiative, and also to our sponsors.
Is my name. In this program today, over the years I've think environmental sustainability and climate change is the same thing, but I've been able to see the difference why we need to look at climate change holistically. And I want to say this leadership training is one of the best I've attended. Looking at what is happening in Oyo State, we have been able to look at for solutions on how we can intend both in industry, in agriculture, in energy, in transportation, and all other things. It is a good thing to be here, and I appreciate and I believe that whatsoever thing we've recommended from this platform will be used for the community at large. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, I am Akintola Kinyemi Abraham from Ilorin, Kwara State. I want to appreciate the Climate Solution Leadership Training Program for coming to Ilorin. I want to really appreciate also the funders, and that is the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria and the Alumni Engagement Innovation Fund. I want to say that it has created a platform for people to actually integrate and solve major environmental problems. And also I have learned a lot. Part of what I learned is actually how to bond with people, how to identify and nurse problems. And I was equally able to learn that there is no any certain location that does not have either a solution, a strength, looking at the snow SWOT analysis, all right, and then what is strengthening them, which is actually giving opportunity for problem-solving skills.
My name is Ola Oluwadetula, and this climate leadership training for Ondo State has been amazing. And generally, we had to talk about different challenges, climate challenges that this state is facing, starting from the sea incursion case of Ayetoro. We also looked at the waste management of Ondo State as a case study. We also looked at the deforestation and biodiversity conservation issue that this state is facing. And of course, we talked about the renewable energy part of the state. So this training generally offered all participants a great insight as to how they can provide critical solutions to the issues or challenges that we have in Ondo State. And I can categorically say that this training has equipped young people here, because most of the people here, they are mostly youth and people with great insight and energy. And we trust that after this event, they will go out as climate champions to preach the gospel of climate and of course offer critical solutions to the different challenges that we have in Ondo State, Nigeria.
Tunde Enito is my name, and I'm here for this event organized by ICCDI Africa. We are here to learn the basic and simple, ways with which youth can be a part of this wonderful program, and how we can go back to each of our community here in Lagos State. And today has been a wonderful event. We have been equipped with basic, like for somebody like me, I learn, and I pick from the little things that matter in my community where I come from, Mushin. And I want to assure you that immediately after now, we'll be taking the knowledge with myself and my other colleagues who are here from Mushin, and we'll be engaging the youth, we'll be engaging the policymakers, which are the politicians, and every other stakeholders, the market women and the likes of every one of them, who will be explaining in simple terms, using their own understanding to communicate with them that climate change is real, citing examples of events happening in and around us. I want to appreciate Olumide, the team, and the sponsor who have brought each and every one of us together to come and learn today. And I'm aware we are continuing tomorrow again, and I've been having really fun learning under different speakers and all.
Good day, my name is Olamide Akikola. I was privileged to be a participant at Climate Solution Leadership Training that happened at Oshogbo. The training was educative, it was impeccable, it was well packaged, it was insightful. I had a great time deliberating with great minds. I had a great time discussing and finding solutions to climate problems. It was such an honor. I want to thank the organizers, ICCDI, for organizing such training. It was really impeccable. Thank you.
As Greta Thunberg puts it, when enough people come together, then change will come and we can achieve almost anything. So, instead of looking for hope, start creating it.
What do we want? Climate justice! When do we want it? Now! Thank you.
As we all know, climate change is a time bomb. And if we all don't take action, then we are going to face the consequence. So guys, let's take action. Let's work together to build a future that is better for all.